Today, Jeremy is flying in to surprise Ginger.
All right.
I was really anxious that she'd see us coming in.
Did you order the nachos?
It's the best thing
Hey, Mr. Duggar.
Hey, Jeremy.
I wanted to go to White Drawers.
Our first thought was like, you're gonna look at rings? Like, are they to that place yet?
That's a princess gift to Teresa.
I saw that and I thought Ginger immediately.
Welcome, y'all.
Our friends Flame and Crystal from St. Louis are coming in. During this visit, we want to introduce Flame to life in the country as opposed to life in the city.
If all still push the brakes. All right, sweet. Hey, I ain't got no mirrors.
Hey. Jeremy and I have been courting for a little over a month now. Our courtship is definitely on the fast track. I can't wait to be there and see all the places I've heard about. The next time I see Jeremy, it's going to be on a trip to meet with a lot of his family.
Everybody bring it up.
After weeks of planning, today is the day we have been working towards. Day of the football camp. I think what I'm most concerned about is just the turnout. And we have a great squad of professional football players coming together to help coach this event.
Look at this. It's only got like 2 kids.
If only a few kids show up, I'm gonna feel pretty bad.
Today, I'm going to see Jeremy.
I am all set to go. It's just before 5 o'clock.
I've got a small surprise, you could say, for Ginger on this trip.
Meeting their relatives doesn't mean you're getting engaged tomorrow. Now, some people might get engaged tomorrow, but...
You know something that I don't know.
For months now, I've been planning a football camp as a way to reach out to at-risk youth. A while back, when I was visiting Flame in St. Louis, we were talking about ways to reach kids.
All the leaders in the community all came right here. Just an incentive to connect the people in the community with the law enforcement.
One way that we talked about was kind of as a mentor, as a coach, and sports can be a great avenue to invest in kids' lives.
Anywhere you are, man, you can connect with the local churches in this community. You know, just be genuine, be yourself.
With a little bit of football background myself, I thought that maybe a football camp would be a great opportunity to reach local kids.
How's it going, Steve?
Hey, how's it going, man? Good seeing you, man.
And after a lot of work and a lot of cooperation from many different people, we are just a few days away from putting this thing on. But there's still a lot of work to be done.
Hey, you ready to check out the facility?
Let's do it. Steve Conley is a former college and professional football player, and he's going to be helping me out with the camp. I would definitely be a bit overwhelmed if Steve was not helping me with this football camp. We're meeting up with Kalani today, and she's going to be giving us kind of a walkthrough of the venue. So we also need a check-in station for the kids.
The best place would probably be right over here in the corner. We can open up that hatch right there.
They'll probably like the air coming from that as well.
Yeah, exactly. It tends to get pretty warm in here this time of year.
It's going to be pretty hot outside, and so it would be really bad if any kids got injured or had, heat exhaustion. Hopefully none of that happens.
So, our goal for the camp is we want to have six stations set up, and roughly about 10 to 15 kids at each station.
I'm hoping that we have a good turnout for this football camp. Our age range, we were targeting mostly 10 to 14-year-olds, but, at the end of the day, the most important thing, the kids have to show up.
Well, thank you for showing us everything.
You're welcome.
It was our pleasure. I'm looking forward to Saturday.
It was nice meeting you too.
There are a lot of people and a lot of things coming together to make this camp a success, but also we don't know how many kids are going to show up. Like, nobody RSVP'd. So we're just hoping that everybody will come out and it'll be a great time.
We put so much work into this, it'd be kind of hard to swallow if only a few kids showed up. But yeah, I guess just lots of prayer and hopefully everything goes good.
I'm in a courtship with Jeremy Volo, and he lives in Laredo, Texas. Hey! Oh, I miss you so much. So Jeremy and I have been courting for a little over a month now, and things are going really well. I feel like I've known him for my entire life. We're super close, have a lot of the same passions and goals in life. It's really busy here right now. The kids are getting ready for football camp.
You should come and show them how to play for real football.
That's what I'm thinking. You should. You should come show them. I'm looking forward to seeing you, though. It's only a week away, I think. A week, yeah. Less than a week. I'm really excited because the next time I see Jeremy, it's going to be on a trip. We're going to New York and then to Pennsylvania and New Jersey to meet up with a lot of his family.
There's a lot going on. My parents are getting the house ready.
Aww.
So I'm excited for you to see everything and to see where I grew up and meet some of my friends.
Jeremy has planned most of this trip. We went back and forth a lot. But I was like, you just go for it. I'm just excited to be along for the ride.
It'll be a good time, man.
I can't wait to be there and see all the places I've heard about for so long. This trip, it's going to be Jessa, Ben, Spurgeon, my mom and I. We wanted them to be able to come along and just kind of have, another couple there to be with us. And my mom wants to meet their relatives too, because she said, this may be my only opportunity. She said, I just want to go meet all the people there. Ginger was definitely one of my primary chaperones during our courtship. She would take road trips with me to visit Ben, and she hung out with us a lot, and so we're returning the favor.
And get to go to New York City together, which I know is one of your favorite places.
Yes, for sure.
Your
Yeah.
place is my favorite part.
That's what I'm thinking, babe. Our courtship is definitely on the fast track. We're hoping that this will progress pretty soon and go on to engagement, and what comes next after that.
Are you still nervous about cooking with my grandmother?
I'm excited. As long as she doesn't have any super big expectations for me in the kitchen. Jeremy's grandma, apparently she cooks the most amazing Italian food, so pasta. I'm gonna learn how to make that. I'm kind of still a little nervous in the kitchen. I mean, I saw you make pasta the other day, and so I think I'm gonna have you join us. So that way, if I miss anything, you'll catch it all.
What is fake Z?
Whoa. I don't know all these Italian foods, so apparently I need to learn.
What is the difference between spaghetti and linguine?
Linguine is a fancier spaghetti.
I love gnocchi, I love spaghetti, and quesadilla. Wait, no, that's Mexican.
Flatbread.
And what is the difference between linguine and spaghetti?
What is the difference between those two? They're both pasta. Did I pass? I'm so bad. Like I told you, I don't know my Italian foods. I know what they taste like, though, and I love them. Every bite. I want to have some of your pasta.
It'd be a good time. They cannot wait to see you.
Oh, I cannot wait. I really want to meet your grandparents. I went and met Ben's family 2 months into our courtship, and then we courted for another 9 months before we got engaged. So meeting the relatives doesn't mean you're getting engaged tomorrow. Now, some people might get engaged tomorrow, but that's not how it got for me.
Do you know something that I don't know?
Oh, well, it's been good talking to you, babe.
You love.
I can't wait to see you.
So soon. It's coming up.
You're excited.
Love you.
I love you so much. This call was great. Oh, I love every minute that I get to talk to Jerry, and especially this time, like, just looking forward to seeing him very shortly in New York. I'm setting the guest house up for Jill and Derek and hoping to surprise them when they return home. I might do old ceiling tiles as the headboard. I'm not sure. Jan and Jill, they have different styles. I think that she'll like whatever is done to it. I hope. I guess Ginger's having a tough time with her hair, which of course is a big deal because she's about to see her guy, so she wants it to be perfect.
We really need to get going in about 5 minutes.
I'm sorry about that. It's the lows of the hair. I guess if we missed our flight, I guess we could just take a car to Dallas. But we'd probably miss our next flight too. I don't think that would work.
The football camp is just in a few days, and there's a lot of prep work to be done today.
I'll get him out of the seat. Yeah, you can put him there.
This would be a great
Hey,
place
big
to do
boy.
the bag loading.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a bunch of accessories for the football camp. Water bottles, flame CDs, wristbands, t-shirts, and we just need to get these in the bags. So we're going to try to recruit some of Jessa's siblings to help us out.
Our family is really good at assembly lines. That's all we've ever done. Just passing food, around the table takes forever, and the food's cold by the time it gets to you. So we've done away with that a long time ago. When it comes to, packing bags, it's a breeze.
That's it. All right, good deal. Getting all the Duggars assembled to help load up these swag bags, yeah, it's somewhat like being a coach, because, you got your players there, you got your team. What we need to do is get all these bags loaded up. Yeah, this will be a good little practice for me. All right, hey guys, we'll get a system worked out here, okay? We'll have maybe Jessa and Joy on the t-shirts, and then somebody can be down there at the end with the bags. Maybe Justin, you can be pulling a bag out.
My younger siblings are always great with helping out with different things, whatever we have going on. I remember whenever we were getting ready to send out all of our wedding invitations. You peel off the stickers.
Everyone listen.
Peel off the sticker.
If you don't listen, then you won't
And you
be...
put it right here in the square. They all wanted to help put on the stamps and address labels and everything, and so it's great. Many hands make light work.
We'll see how fast our assembly line can go. Man, you guys are beating me. If the Duggars were a football team, what position would I play?
What are the positions? I can play football, but I don't know all the names of the different positions, so.
I'd probably play quarterback.
The quarterback? Is that the guy that kicks it? I think Josie would make a good water boy.
I think Jessa would be the referee.
I'd just stand around blowing the whistle at everybody.
She tends to keep everybody, if there's a rule breaker, hey, you probably shouldn't be doing that.
I think Mr. Duggar would be a good coach because, he's got so many kids. He's used to kind of getting people organized.
My mom's got a pretty good whistle, so maybe she could be the referee.
Y'all are getting behind, boys. That's
Hey,
awesome.
workspace is getting clogged up there, Juddy. Better work a little faster. Check it out, y'all. Flame donated all these CDs and wristbands for the camp.
Wow.
Flame is a Christian hip-hop artist, and we had the opportunity to go into his studio and see the process of how he makes music.
Tough decisions, yeah, you gotta make. I know it's hard, I feel your heart race.
And he even offered to donate some CDs and stuff for the kids at the camp. So I'm just really grateful that he was able to send these down and get them in time for the camp. And so, yeah, we're going to load these up in the bags and give them to the kids. This is really cool seeing all this come together. Now that we actually have the bags and t-shirts and everything, it's seeming more real. Like, it's the first real step of the idea of the football camp becoming a reality. We put together around 50 to 60 bags in under 30 minutes. So I definitely think this is a great example of how getting enough people on board, as long as they're working as a team and organized, can help you get done a huge task in a short amount of time. Wow, thank y'all for your help.
We're gonna have to redo these front doors. Today, Joy and I are going to our family's guest house to see what renovations we need to work on. This is it. My dad owns this house, and we've been using it as a guest house for about a year now. I'm setting the guest house up for Jill and Derek, and hoping to surprise them when they return home.
So what are you wanting to do? Like big redo? Or just wanting to get rid of the yellow?
The whole house is yellow. So my thought is completely redoing all the paint. We're really wanting to make it, I don't know, fresh and new. You can't really change it that much just because this trim color it's not white. It's, yeah, it would be way too much to do all the trim just because they have all the shutters and things. My dad is the one that usually sets the budget for pretty much any project. And so if the challenge is going to be trying to renovate this house and get it ready for Jill and Derek's return without breaking the bank. Kitchen is so dark, I feel like. I might even paint all the cabinets, but it's way too much work. I really do not like this backsplash, but I don't think Papa's gonna let us take it out. There's a lot of things I want to do with this house, but also wanting to be frugal. My dad has, taught us from the beginning, just work with what you have. So my thought is maybe doing like different lighting instead underneath. Jana is good with sticking to a budget. She always looks for bargains. She's always hunting for deals. Whatever we do in the living room, we'll just continue that color up and through here.
If Jan was a paint color, what color would she be?
She would be maroon. Jana wear paint color, say lavender.
Why not yellow and Jana banana? There you go.
It should be something where it's very practical, and you can come by and fix it later and cover that up.
She'd be the perfect color.
I like this color.
Yeah,
This is kind of the color that I'm thinking we're gonna do the rest of the house in. We've done quite a few different renovation projects. I think the girls' one was a big one.
Here we go. I can do this. Guys, it's a sad day. I love that tree.
Thank you for painting over that.
I love that tree.
It took a lot of work, but everyone chipped in and helped, and so I think we got it done a lot faster.
This is so much better than what I ever dreamed it would be.
I think this project is just a little bit bigger scale, and so hopefully we can get everyone in on this one too. This stuff here, I think is great. I'm just gonna add maybe my own headboard and footboard. Jana and Jill, they have different styles. I mean, if Jill was doing it herself, it would probably look a little bit different. Janice maybe a little more classic. Jill's kind of earthy.
I might do old ceiling tiles as the headboard. I'm not sure because I'm going to have to go and look for some.
I think Jill, she likes more of the hippie style, and I'm more kind of, I guess, classic or whatever. But I think whenever it comes to just the house, that she'll like whatever is done to it. I hope.
Sounds good. Let's go find him.
Let's do it.
After going through the house, I think that it's a doable thing. It's just we have kind of a time crunch, so I think that's gonna be the hardest thing, is trying to get everything done before Jill and Derek get back.
Tomorrow is the big day, the day of the camp, and so I'm a bit nervous, but really excited at the same time, and looking forward to seeing how all this comes together. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting all those other coaches. I've only met, of course, I know Steve, and then I've met Cortez before, but the other guys, look forward to getting to know them a little bit. Tonight, Jessa and I and Spurgeon are headed over to Steve Conley's house for a coach's dinner, and all the other coaches that are going to be helping with the camp are going to be there along with their families. We're going to discuss kind of the rundown of what's going to go on tomorrow at the football camp. Let's see what you got, Spurge. Spurgeon's a playful young chap. You see the football?
Yeah, let him crawl over there and get it.
Let's get the football.
Whee! Come on.
He doesn't know how to walk. He can't do that one
gotta
foot
do
in front of the other.
one foot in front of the other, like this.
He's like, I can't do that.
Spurgeon is an easy baby. Of course, as he's getting older, he's getting more of that personality coming out and letting us know who he is and what he wants. But that's a good thing.
There we go. This is how you hold it if you're running. Good job. That's good enough. Now stand up.
Well, yeah, as he gets a little older, he's going to get a little more challenging. He's crawling all over the place, and now he's wanting to stand up on things. So we really have to, we can't really turn our backs for a second. And then if they start to get you, gotta dive for the end zone. Woo!
It would be awesome if all of our kids were as easy as Spurgeon. I mean, I'm not counting on it. I was one of those kids that gave my parents some premature gray hairs, so I'm expecting that I'll get one of those pretty soon. They always say what goes around comes around.
Size medium, does that look like it'll work? All right. We're hoping for a good turnout today.
I'd love to see 60, 70, 80 kids out there, but let's say if 4 or 5 kids only showed up, I'd definitely feel a bit disappointed.
Everybody bring it up!
I am all set to go. It's just before 5 o'clock, and bags are packed.
It's been about 3 weeks since I've seen Jeremy, and I can't wait for the reunion.
I've got a small surprise, you could say, for Ginger on this trip.
Hey!
The purpose for this coach's dinner at Steve Conley's house is to really introduce all the coaches to each other, the ones that haven't met, and also to go over our plans for tomorrow.
We go by height in this house first, tallest to shortest. Just so you know. And, how's it going?
We have a great squad of former college and professional football players coming together to help coach this event.
Jeb Huckabee, defensive end, Seattle Seahawks.
Cortez McCraney, defensive tackle, Mississippi State free agent and Baltimore Ravens.
Terrence Spencer, offensive line, defensive line, University of Arkansas Razorbacks.
Reggie Jones, wide receiver, Kansas City Chiefs.
Spencer Brown, cornerback, Arkansas Razorbacks.
Steve Conley, defensive end, linebacker, University of Arkansas, and Pittsburgh Steelers.
During our dinner at Steve's, most of our conversation revolved around letting each of these guys tell kind of their story of their playing days and how they got to where they are today.
The hardest transition for me was actually when I got picked up by the Carolina Panthers. And then the day before training camp, we were supposed to report, they cut me.
It was interesting hearing the different stories as we went around the table. These guys were being really honest about, their successes and as well as their setbacks and the areas that they struggled.
During rookie training camp, things were going pretty well, but my feet continued to kind of bother me. I noticed a lot of pain going on, and so I knew something wasn't right. Ended up getting an MRI when we got back, and I had stress fractures in both my feet. They called me in the trainer's office, and the head coach was in there, and he said, the bad news is you're not going to play this year.
During the coaches' dinner, we kind of segregated off, let the guys have their own table, and all of us girls sat around the table with our kiddos. Maybe we just weren't really into all the football lingo and everything.
So Cortez, what about you?
I signed with my hometown, University of Memphis, out of high school. Had D'Angelo Williams. I was excited about the program. So I get to University of Memphis. I got kicked off the team because I had anger issues. Like I would snap out at the coaches, snap out at players. I had 3 goals in life: make money, have women, be famous by any means necessary. In my senior year, I got involved with one of my teammates, a guy that walked on from Alabama. He invited me to go to a ministry called Crew, bind up hearing the gospel, when I went to this Crew meeting at Mississippi State. And I was, me and my friend Braxton were the only black dudes in this group, this ministry. And man, it changed my life forever. So much of this my senior year.
It was really inspirational hearing Cortez's story of how he struggled with so much anger and then seeing him today. So that was really another inspirational story that really stood out to me. So this is kind of going to be my first big time to work with a lot of kids. So what would be your key things of advice for mentoring kids?
The best thing is just let them know that you're there for them. You listen to them. You can't solve all their problems, but if you just listen, hear their problems, and try to help where you can, you're going to go a long way. The kids don't care what you know. They don't care that you played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't care about any of that stuff if they don't know you care about them.
They gave me some really good advice. I was just trying to listen to it and take mental notes. And so overall, the coaches' dinner tonight was amazing. I really appreciated the advice that these guys were able to give, and I'm just pumped that they're going to be able to be helping me out tomorrow. Iceberg. After weeks of planning, today is the day we have been working towards. What's up, guys? Day of the football camp.
When they come to you, we'll have them come in, move their feet, get them all hyped up, excited. You know how it goes. Blow the whistle, break it down instruction. We're going to end the same way we started. Break it down, send them to the next section.
My role is going to be overseeing one of the drill stations. Steve's kind of giving me some instructions on some drills that I can run the kids through.
They come here, plant, and then it's gonna be a bag right here.
Yeah.
And all they're gonna do is tackle.
The Duggar guys and girls are so kind to volunteer to help out with the camp. We're gonna really need all the help we can get, and having them on board is a huge relief.
You gotta pop him in the chest. Keep him off the quarterback.
I had a very hard job at the beginning. I was directing traffic. I'm like the, I guess you could say the entrance to fun. So it doesn't look like much fun, but you know, I'm the, somebody has to do this job, you know, to direct people in.
What is an interception?
Interception is when the opposite team, they grab the ball and they start running.
What is a quarterback sneak?
Quarterback sneaking around? I don't know.
What is a field goal?
I know this one. I know this one. I know what a field goal is. It's the big yellow thing at the end of the field. You kick the ball through it. Field goal? Right there.
What is a 2-point conversion?
Sounds like something to do with math. I don't know what a 2-point conversion is. I'm sure if I saw it, I'd know. Say, I've seen that move before.
We've really tried to get the word out and get a lot of kids to show up for this camp, but really, we don't know how many are going to actually come.
So one of these name tags will go on your shirt and one will go on your bag.
If the camp doesn't go well, I'm going to feel pretty bad.
I'm just looking, this is only like 2 kids.
I mean, Reggie drove several hours just to get down here for the camp, and Steve's put so much work in.
The thing is, we told them to register at 10, so we do what they do. Still not quite 10 yet.
There's been a lot of other people that have worked really hard to make this happen, and so if only a few kids show up, it's gonna be kind of sad.
We're hoping for a good turnout today, so whether that's 20, 40, 60 kids, it's worth it.
I'd love to see, like, 60, 70, 80 kids out there, but let's say if 4 or 5 kids only showed up, I'd definitely feel a bit disappointed.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Thank you.
As kids start showing up for the camp,
Size medium, does that look like it'll work?
there's a lot that are showing up.
Thank you so much.
And so this is really an answer to prayer and a big relief that it looks like we're going to have a good turnout, and there's going to be lots of kids for these coaches to coach.
Here's your bag, and you can wear this shirt.
The kids were really excited when we handed them the backpack with the stuff in it, and they all took their shirts right away and put them on. So it was cool to see everybody enjoying the things that Ben had helped design and put together.
Everybody bring it up!
The turnout was just about exactly what we were hoping for. We ended up having close to 70.
All right, how you doing? My name is Coach Steve Conley. You got some great coaches working with you today. This is Coach Ben. This is the guy who brought us all here together. It was his vision. Give it up to Coach Ben.
I'm the only guy on this coaching staff that doesn't have any college or pro experience. I played a little bit of football in high school, but I kind of have this feeling that I really haven't had since I was playing football, like on a game day, knowing that I was about to hit the field.
Jessa, you ready? Jessa, you ready?
One thing that I think is really creative that Steve has put together, they're actually spelling out life champs. That's going to get the kids hyped up for the camp, get them all, get that adrenaline rush going.
My knees, get your knees up on this. Work your arms, get your knees up.
And we're going to do some warm-ups. Just get their blood flowing a little bit, and then we'll move on to the drills.
We're going to work on some footwork. We're going to work on some hand placement.
It's a really big deal to come out here and let my son play with real good athletes, pro players. It's really neat. He looks up to these guys. He's going to get a lot out of it.
Get the feet moved. Get the feet moved. I got to see those feet.
It was pretty cool to be trained by some football players and some coaches. It's really a new experience for me.
Growing up, our family didn't really play organized sports just because we were homeschooled and we had friends over all the time, so we'd just play sports in our own house. We didn't play organized sports, but I guess you call it unorganized sports.
We played broom ball. I played broom ball for probably 3 years or so, at least twice a week.
Is it a little difficult to do these athletic endeavors in a skirt?
Sort of, but not really. I mean, we've always done everything in a skirt, so it's not really hard. I loved broom ball. And then when I was like 15, I just kind of lost interest in most sports and preferred other things. So that kind of ended my sports days.
Yeah, just like that. Not out here, not way out here. It should be right in front of this knee. That is a beautiful stance. Get it up. Get it up. That is a beautiful stance.
It's definitely, like, one thing I've learned by being coached from professionals is just, like, these guys probably did this in their practices with professional teams, and that they can show us these drills is really cool. I'm very glad I came to the football camp.
It's pretty good to be trained by a pro football player because they teach us, like, new things and how to get better at what we're doing and how to get better at things that we're normally not good at.
When you're going to plant, come full speed, tackle this bag.
I was really impressed by Ben's heart for all these kids and doing all of this work and so much preparation. I mean, just his heart to serve and his giving heart is so sweet.
Hi, DJ.
Ben is amazing. Since he's come to our family, I think he has such a compassionate heart and just really desires to reach out. And so he's always having ministry ideas and trying to get us all on board.
Yeah, I got it. 5 seconds on me. 5, 4.
Throughout the day, we're giving kids a chance to catch their breath, get water breaks, and during those water breaks, we're having different coaches share with the kids, you know, maybe a personal testimony or something that's important for them to know.
I'm real proud of your effort so far. You guys are working hard. I want to tell you a little bit about my background. Guys, athletics were always really important to me. I played football, basketball, golf, and track. But as I got older, I had the opportunity to get recruited by some Division I schools. You know what happened? I fractured both my feet. Okay, I couldn't play for 10 years. But God had a plan, and He's got me right where He wants me right now. And that was hard. I had to trust Him with my life, even when it didn't make sense. There'll be times in your life where you have to do that too. But if you know who you trust and your trust is in someone greater than yourself, okay, you're going to go a long way and you're going to be able to handle that adversity.
We're wanting to pour into these kids spiritually as well as physically. And this is the spiritual side of it.
Thank you guys for listening. I look forward to continuing to work with you. All right?
Good job, thanks. Okay, let's get back to work.
After our drills, it's time to eat some lunch and get the kids a little break. And then we're going to do our flag football tournament.
It's a super early morning, and today I'm going to see Jeremy.
Did you fall asleep?
I actually did fall asleep for a very short time. Every time I go to see Jeremy, it seems like I get very little sleep the night before.
I'm all set to go. It's just before 5 o'clock.
I've got a small surprise, you could say, for Ginger on this trip.
Ginger has no idea what's coming for her. For the flag football tournament, we're having 4 different teams. There's going to be 2 games to begin with, and the winners of those 2 games are going to play each other for the championship. The coaches of the camp are going to be the quarterbacks of the different teams.
3, 2, go. Incomplete. 2.
I actually threw an interception, so that was a little counterproductive there. I don't know, I'm a little rusty, but at the same time, it was a good play. It was a good play by the kid that caught it.
Well, the first game went pretty well. Our team won. I kind of threw an interception there at the beginning, but hey, it's all good. So we won, and we're going to the championship game. Down. Set. Hut.
Ben likes to play quarterback, and so that's his favorite position. It's fun to see him in his element. He's having a good time.
I tend to be pretty competitive when it comes to football, so I definitely am hoping that our team wins the tournament. I'm dropping back, I'm looking at different receivers, I'm seeing if anybody's open. But with this many kids running around, it can be a bit confusing. Down to the last seconds of the game, we were tied with the other team. In the final standings of the flag football tournament, my team finished 2nd place. It was close, it was hard fought, and so, anyways, I'm just proud of both teams. Everybody did a good job and gave maximum effort, and it was really competitive.
Well, you know how we started spelling off life champs? Well, we're going to do it the exact same way. What I need everybody to do is get in a big circle all around me. Circle up, big circle, big circle.
As the camp was coming to a close, I was able to just kind of look back on it and reflect on how this thing really came together. And so, what a blessing that was. What an answer to prayer, and how good it was to see the fruit of all of our work that we put into this.
I learned passes and running the football, and my team did really hard work to win the championship.
We had a full camp of kids. We had perfect weather. Nobody was injured. Everybody left out here loving the game of football, and you can't ask for anything better than that.
Other than you don't have to be a champion by the points on the board. You can be champion in your heart too.
Ben does a great job with kids. He's shown that again today.
Life champs on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We could have 15 sons, and that'd be just fine. Have them out there in the backyard doing their football drills, working out in the gym with you. Be great.
Okay, I can see this.
Today I'm going to see Jeremy. It's a super early morning, and I'm flying from here, and Jeremy's coming from Laredo, gonna meet me in Dallas at the airport, and we're all gonna fly to Philly. My mom, Ben, Jessa, Spurgeon, and I are all coming from Arkansas to go on the trip. Hey!
Did you fall asleep?
I actually did fall asleep for a very short time.
Oh, wow.
I guess it's kind of hard to sleep when you know that within so many hours you're going to be together again. So every time I go to see Jeremy, it seems like I get very little sleep the night before.
Young, any help lugging luggage out
Oh,
there?
yes, please. There's a suitcase somewhere around here. We're supposed to be leaving for the airport right now, and so Ben went inside to try to round everybody up, get them out to the car. And I guess Ginger's having a tough time with her hair. I don't like this hair. I grabbed the wrong curling iron, guys.
Uh-oh.
Which, of course, is a big deal because she's about to see her guy, so she wants it to be perfect. What do I do? These curls look like super tiny. I woke up and my hair was doing some really crazy things, so I thought I'd tame it with a curling iron, but then I got the wrong size curling iron of all days. In that time crunch, I was trying to tang my hair, and it wasn't working. Is there anything I can do for you? Cry with me. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna be so bad. I know. He won't even pay attention to my hair. It's a girl thing. I mean, he sees me every morning without makeup when we're video chatting. My hair is crazy. But I guess it's just seeing him in person. You just want to try to look decent.
Y'all getting pretty close?
Ginger is taking forever, so I'm sorry about that. It's the woes of the hair.
Yeah. She was still fixing her hair. And, I mean, I know she wanted her hair to look good, but we really need to get on the road. We don't want to miss our flight, you know? Yeah, well, we really need to get going in about 5 minutes at least.
Yes, I will be done in 5. I guess if we miss our flight, I guess we could just take a car to Dallas. But we probably miss our next flight, too. I don't think that would work.
Today I am leaving Laredo to fly to Dallas, where I'll meet up with Ginger and Mama Duggar and Ben and Jessa and Spurgeon. And from there we will all fly to Philadelphia and go to my parents' house.
Morning, it's 4:30, or just a bit after here in Laredo. I just woke up, gotta get ready, and finish a little bit of packing and get on the road to get to the airport.
I think there is a bit of nerves on my end in terms of Ginger coming and meeting a lot of my family and some of my friends. I think it's a good nerves where I'm excited, I'm anticipating.
Thank you. That's the best.
Are you ready?
We are ready, Benji. Look at us. I'm so sorry. It's been about 3 weeks since I've seen Jeremy, and I can't wait for the reunion.
Alright.
Jessa! My hair went crazy. Got to the van, and Jessa was just reassuring me that it was okay. My hair was fine. It's huge. It looks great. It's so huge. It'll flatten out on the flight. I hope so. It always does. Mine does. Even though it wasn't what I preferred, she said, he'd just be happy to see me.
I am all set to go. It's just before 5 o'clock, and bags are packed. I just gotta take this little guy and make sure
I've got a small surprise, you could say, for Ginger on this trip. And obviously Mama Duggar and Ben and Jessa and Spurgeon are aware, along with my parents.
Ginger has no idea what's coming for her.
It's going to be an amazing day.
It is very intimidating to come to the Duggar home and try to woo one of the girls.
I just want to ask to start our courtship.
Especially if she has 10 brothers.
Try and think about the girl you pick or not infant.
Country girl.
Country girl.
Country girl.
Pretty much me.
Would Joseph prefer a girl who is blonde or brunette?
No clue.
Today, we're getting ready to head into Manhattan.
So special being in the city with you.
I love it. Park Ave right here.
I want to take Ginger there to experience my New York as I knew it.
So we're going to head downtown to the Lower East Side.
The secret goal is that Jeremy is going to propose to Ginger.
Do you think she has any idea?
She has no.
She's clueless. The caterpillars have turned into butterflies in my stomach. As it's approaching minute by minute, I'm getting more and more nervous.
We're getting to the moment, and the rain is just not stopping. So I'm talking to Ginger, trying to act normal, but I'm just looking out the window saying, Lord, please stop this rain.
Oh, we're here.